In 1872, a British ship named A. Gratia was sailing through the Atlantic Ocean near the Azores Islands when its crew spotted something strange. On the horizon was another vessel drifting aimlessly, the Mary Celeste. Its sails were up, but there wasn't a soul on board. The Mary Celeste had set sail from New York 2 months earlier, carrying cargo of 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol, some barrels of water, and a few barrels of oil. There were 10 people on board the ship, including Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, and their 2-year-old daughter. When the crew of the De Gratia approached the Mary Celeste, they found that everything was completely normal. All of the ship's equipment was there, even the personal belongings of the crew. They also found food and water, so the people on board had not perished due to a lack of supplies. Furthermore, there were no signs of struggle, no indication of a battle with pirates. No lifeboats, no flares, no smoke, no fire. However, when the crew of the De Gratia searched the ship, they found something strange. The lifeboat was missing, and if the crew had abandoned ship, why would they leave the lifeboat behind? They could have used it to get off the sinking ship. And if they didn't abandon ship, then why wasn't it in its usual place on the ship's mast? As the mystery deepened, investigators began searching for clues, and they found something strange in the ship's logbook. The last entry was made 9 days before the ship was found. There was nothing written about bad weather, sickness, or other problems. Everything was normal until the last entry. And so the question is, what happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? Where are they now? One theory is that the ship was hit by a sudden rogue wave or a seaquake, which may have caused the ship to crack and sink almost immediately. If this had happened, it would explain why there was no lifeboat and why the crew did not try to abandon ship. However, there was no evidence that this had occurred. Another theory is that the crew was poisoned by alcohol fumes. Industrial alcohol is highly poisonous and can cause death very quickly. However, it's unlikely that all 10 people on board would have been killed instantly. There are more sensational theories, such as piracy or mutiny. Some believe that the crew of the Mary Celeste encountered pirates and were killed, but there's no evidence to support this. Others believe that the crew staged a mutiny and killed the captain and his family, but there's no evidence of a struggle on the ship. Even stranger theories suggest